They're there for a reason. They're the just in case, just a backup, just throw them in, why not, might as well type of items. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobra's Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So it is that time of year. It is November now, which means that Black Friday sales are upon us. So I have compiled a quick little 5-item list that I want to share with you guys because you guys know that I'm pretty big on intentional living and sustainability and minimalism and being good with your money, but at the same time not being depriving. So these are 5 little tips that I feel could help anybody else out who is creating their Black Friday wish list, or not if you are a hardcore minimalist. But anyway, let's get right into the list. Let's get it, let's go. Woo. Okay, so I have my little list here, so we're just going to be going in order. So one thing that I just kind of wanted to say before we get started, these tips are things that have helped me in the past, and you guys know that I don't really like to tell anyone what to do. I really do feel that if you are going to buy your 3rd rice cooker, I love that for you. I feel like you're living your best life, but at the same time, I feel more comfortable giving you this advice to past Nat or even present Nat, and hopes that that might resonate with somebody else, but it's never advice for anybody else. This is just what works for me, and I hope that it could help somebody else out. But if you need that rice cooker to be living your best life, a girl, do it up. Okay, so number 1, don't buy that last item on the list. So I'm gonna just speak for me because that's all that I can do, and I feel more comfortable being harsher on me than I am on my Cobra babies. I once heard this really good quote that goes, a great man is hard on himself and lenient on others, and a weak man is lenient on himself and hard on others. And so that's something that I really truly do believe. I do believe that everyone has the right to live their life how they want, but for me, I'm really harsh on myself and I'm really disciplined. And this is not to like brag or anything like that, but just to kind of share that this is the advice I give myself, but I can't give that to other people because I respect that people live differently. So just wanted to say that. You know, that last item on the list, we all know that like we've put that last item on the list because it's kind of like we have our top staples, like the top 3 that we definitely need to buy this year. And then you have like those 1 or 2 that are kind of like, why don't we just throw them in? So if you want to be a little bit more disciplined with your Black Friday shopping this year, I would say don't buy the last 2 items on the list. They're there for a reason. They're the just in case, just a backup, just throw them in, why not, might as well type of items. They're obviously going to look different for everyone than they do for me. What's on my list? I actually haven't made a list this year. I was really, really busy with work this October, plus my birthday. So like I'm just getting around to a Black Friday shopping right now. I actually really don't have much on my list. Like I went really ham last year shopping. I really don't have much or anything. Everything would just be a wanted this year. All my needs are like met. But I probably have something in my Aritzia cart. So whatever is at the bottom of my Aritzia cart, those last 2 items, whatever they are, another pair of socks. I don't need another pair of Aritzia socks. I don't know if that can help anybody else out, but if you guys have seen, I have way too many Aritzia socks. They don't even fit in my sock drawer. No more Aritzia socks. Whatever your Aritzia sock may be. Okay, coming in at number 2, it'll be on sale next year. I didn't used to believe or understand this. Like, okay, so hear me out. So I used to live in China. So coming back to the West, I wasn't really accustomed to these type of sales where it's like the 15% off or like end of year sale. So like at first, like I truly genuinely believed like this was a sale. Like, it's not going to be here next year. Don't be an idiot. Like, you'd be a fool not to buy these things. So because I was kind of like a newcomer to Canada, like I hadn't been in Canada for like the past 5 years, I was like, okay, I legit need to take advantage of these sales. So I bought like a lot of things on sale, maybe not because I really want to buy it. The best example I can give is I bought weird colorways from the Lululemon bralettes because I was like, it's on sale. Like, it's never going to be on sale ever again. I had like this deep scarcity mindset when it came to shopping here in the West. Like in China, there was an abundance and there was constantly sales, like the November 11/11 sale. Like I was like, I don't have to buy it this year, like I can buy it next year. So that's the point that I want to make, is that it'll be on sale next year, and that's helped me a lot. I guess that's something that also kind of takes time and experience. I didn't really think that that was true until the following year came around, and to my utter shock and surprise, those items were on sale again. A good example that I can give is the YSL perfume. The first time that I saw that it went on sale, I had like such FOMO. I was like, I need to buy this. Like, I need to buy this. And I was so shocked. Like, I know this is probably ridiculous to a lot of people, but legit, I was so shocked the following year to see that it went on sale. I was like, how are these companies making money? Obviously, as I did more research, a lot of these companies have a pretty big markup on their products. Like, that is how retail works. They're still making profit, even giving it to you at a discount with like that 15% discount. Like, they're fine putting it on sale the following year. So that's something that has really freed me, is that I don't feel FOMO anymore. I don't buy items on the basis that it's going on sale. Like, I'm fine. I'm like, I probably could get something like this next year. Maybe not that particular item or that colorway, but like I will be able to find something similar next year on sale. So I don't use it being on sale as my criterion anymore. Now I like look at it like, okay, like, do I need this? Do I want this? Do I really like the item? Like, I have different criterion, not the fact that it's on sale. Okay, number 3, duplicate versus triplicate. I don't even know if that's a word. Like, I was like gonna go Google it for this video, but I was like, I'm too lazy. That's not the point. It's to illustrate an idea or a concept here. In my minimalism journey, I was really big against like no duplicates. And then somewhere along my minimalism journey, after doing this for, I guess, almost going on 10 years now, I kind of realized that like it's okay to have duplicates. Some duplicates do serve function. I know that in extreme minimalism, there's a really big anti-no duplicate rule. So I'm not gonna sit here and give you a tip where it's like, don't buy it if it's a duplicate. I think that's okay. And that's because I'm okay with that. So I'm never going to give people advice that like I'm not okay with. So I'm okay with duplicates. The triplicate rule though, if that's a word, for me personally, that's where I've like drawn the line. I have told myself, you cannot have triplicates. Like, if I have a sweater, fine. Another colorway, a second one, fine. You can have a triplicate. And I have this problem with Aritzia sweaters. I love collecting the same boxy cut in multiple colorways. So I have this one. And I have it in the mullen. This is the heather oat. I have it in the crisp white. I think I have it in the Turner taupe because I like wearing a full set. So I kind of realized I have this problem with things that I really like I'll get it in every color because I love the cut. So for me, I've told myself that no more triplicates. You can't have triplicates. You can have like a second, because like a duplicate might serve like a different function. But no triplicates, and I'm pretty strict about that, and I think that my Black Friday wish list is definitely going to reflect that. If I already have something and it has its duplicate, no triplicates. Okay, number 4, if it's a Christmas gift, fine. So I have mentioned that I do like picking up my Christmas gifts for family and friends during Black Friday, so something that I was going to buy anyway, might as well pick it up on Black Friday and just kind of have it sit in my closet for like a couple weeks. I think that's fine. I think that's reasonable. I mean, like, we're gonna buy it anyway. That's something that I do. I don't know if that's like too early or weird or frugal or cheap. I don't know if that's a social faux pas, but something that I do is I like picking up my Christmas gifts for Black Friday. Like, I like using Black Friday to pick up Christmas gifts. So if that's something that works for you, or maybe something you've never heard of, that might be something to look into. You could use it as an opportunity to shop for things that you were gonna buy anyway. Okay, number 5, did you delay gratify this item enough? So that's something that has really helped me a lot in my own shopaholicalism journey and minimalism. Before, if I wanted something, like, I just bought it. Like, I didn't think. I didn't even know that there was this concept that you could like think before you bought something. I thought liking something was good enough to buy something. Obviously, this is like young 19-year-old Nat speaking. But in my minimalism journey, I realized that like it's okay to have delayed gratification. Obviously, in my extreme minimalism, I took it too far. I wouldn't buy something unless I had clocked in like 2 to 3 years wait time before I bought something. Because I was like, a couple months, I can do better. What if I wait a year? Let's go for 2 years. Let's go for 3. And obviously that's really stupid. I don't recommend anyone else do that. Just because I do that, I know that's not reasonable, that's not realistic, and I don't think that that works for most people. But in that similar vein, I think it's okay to ask yourself, can you delay gratify this item? A lot of extreme minimalists that I follow, I think Gabe, he's delayed gratifying buying a car until he hits a certain number of subscribers. That may take him years. But I think that that principle can be really helpful. Like, if it's something that, like, could you wait a year for this? I'm not going to say 2 years. Let's just use a year or several months or half a year. Could you wait half a year for this? And if you feel like, yeah, I could, that kind of puts into perspective that maybe you really didn't need it versus, oh, I feel like I really need it. Actually, that's the thing, though. That's the slippery slope with these things, right? Like, the thing is, sometimes when you, so let me speak for myself and how I use this. So I feel like that might do a better job of illustrating how this works. At least it does for me. When I delay gratify something, I give myself enough time and space to kind of evaluate if I really want it. There are some items that after 2 or 3 years, I felt like I still really wanted it. And when I did get it, I kind of realized that like I really didn't need it and I was actually fine without it. But at the same time, there are certain items that I bought that I'm really glad that I waited 3 years, and it made the item that much more special because like I waited for it. And there's so many items that totally did not make the 2 to 3 year mark because like in a couple weeks I forgot about it. I legit, I was like, who cares? So glad I didn't buy that. Don't even remember what that was. So it's definitely helped avoid a lot of impulse purchases. A lot of small insignificant purchases that would have been made never were made because I was like, it didn't even pass the couple month mark for me. Like in a couple months, like I legit did not even remember. I was like, who cares? I don't even want that anymore. But if I still thought about it, a year, 2 years, I was like, okay, I want it then. Like that's okay to get. And I feel like having waited several years before buying something makes something so much more meaningful. And I do this for small purchases. I know it's ridiculous and not realistic, but that is what I do. And I find that it is a very helpful method for growing my wealth. Like I don't worry for money because I don't have money issues. I feel like there's no item out there that is worth financial stress. So I apply that to everything, and I feel like the small purchases make up the bulk of the financial stress. So I make hard decisions for small objects so that I don't even have to think about the big ticket objects, like my luxury purchases. I buy it and I forget about it, and I'm not stressed or worried because I'm not buying little small trinkets that are eating up my money and cluttering up my room. So these are my 5 Black Friday tips. I hope that they could have helped you from the perspective of just a regular schmegular minimalist, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.